Hello, my name is Brian Joseph Gilliard, and I'm from South Louisiana. I'm starting this YouTube channel, being an informational channel, along with a designer thinking slash eco-friendly channel that will hopefully help a lot of people out in some of the questions they have to answer about pretty much life in a lot of categories. So my website is https://goldenblood 1976 dot wixsite wixsite .com dot website /1, and the name of the website is Victory slash Designer Ideas and Thinking. Let me give y'all the reason why I called this website Victory. A lot of unusual things happen in people's lives, and um, through this YouTube channel, one day I hopefully a lot of people say, hey, look, I've time traveled or I've done this or done that. I don't want to say that because sometimes I'm not even sure what happened to me. I would just like to prove that I time traveled. And I have a plan to do that. I've watched all kind of videos on time travel and everything else, and um, I'll tell the story as it went, and hopefully y'all can bear with me and realize that and watch as I tell the story, and my life will happen that way. It's not many times that a man gets to see his own life before or some of the details of the future. It's not many times that that can happen to a man, I don't believe, but I'm here to try to prove that this happened to me in a way that no one has before. Okay, I named the site Victory because in the year 2020, it was about to turn 2021 New Year's night. I feel like I wasn't in the realm of my normal being. Just a lot of things were out of place. Everything looked the same. The people I would meet, though, would have different faces. I mean, the same face, but different personalities, if you catch what I'm saying. I might know John or Bob, and I knew them from before, but their way of acting and their intelligence levels were different. A whole bunch of very odd things were happening to me at this time. I'll explain later in a lot, but let me get back to why I call my site Victory. Um, that night, I was lost in a world that I feel like I wasn't able to keep up with the way people were living. And 2020 New Year's night, I'm walking the streets of Chauvin because I was lost. I really didn't know who to turn to. My family didn't even seem like my family, so I was lost. I was confused, walking around, and I heard gun. It was New Year's night, so people are popping fireworks all over the place, and um, I looked across. I live in South Louisiana, so we was on a bayou. I looked across the bayou, and I saw people shooting at me with guns. I wasn't tripping with this, even though I was always terrified when I was in the realm of somewhere else, and I still to today, people, I don't really know where I was or what was happening to me, but anyway, I run into the only safe haven that I know is a Church of Jesus Christ, St. Joseph's Church in Chauvin, Louisiana. They're famous for lagniappe on the bayou. If anybody wants to know about that fair, please hit me up about this. It was a great French fair. People from all over the world of French heritage would come down here. We're Acadians down here. We come from a long line of French descendants. I'd also like to say that the church provided me very much a safe haven. So, did I feel like these people were going to come in back of the church and shoot me? Yes, I did. But I ran to the altar and I got on my knees, and actually I got on my stomach, and I told God that if I'm willing to die for you. My soul is yours anyway. And I stayed on my belly and my knees at that altar for 30 minutes, hollering and pleading to God and asking him what was my goal and my purpose in life, and what was my reason for being. I had my eyes closed in this whole situation. I was going to get popped in the back by a gunshot. I really didn't want to see it. I really didn't want to probably die at that moment, but I knew that I had faith in Jesus. I had faith in the God of Jesus Christ. When I I I gave my life up to him, I said if they take me, good. If I get killed, I know where hopefully I'm going. So I stayed in there for 30 minutes, and people, when this church was dark, they had one red candle in the back of the church that was gleaming. It was beautiful. Really, we have a big at St. Joseph Church. We have a big Jesus hanging cross with Jesus on it. It's humongous. It's beautiful. And the church in front of me and the altar was pitch black. And I pled to God, God, what is my reasoning here? And the thing that God sent me was one of the most amazing miracles that happened in my life, because there are many. And I give my life up to the God of Jesus Christ. He truly is the Almighty God. And it was proved to me. I had doubts in my mind as a younger man, scientist by nature. So he sends me, and I open my eyes, and I see an X on the ground, lit up in a circle of light. Don't know where this light came from. I could not tell you. There was no other light in the church, and it had an X on it with a bar in the middle of the X. The bar in the middle of the X was black. The cross arms here were illuminescent gray, and the little bars that come on the side of the X, if y'all know what kind of X I'm talking about, it kind of does a like a Professor X type X. And if y'all know what kind of X I'm talking about, then you'll know what I'm saying. With a bar in the middle. The bar was black. The X crossings were illuminescent gray, and the ends were maybe sky blue, I would say. And wherever this came from, I don't know, but I pretty much know now it came from God. Uh, I looked up the sign. I knew a few people in history had this sign before. Malcolm X, Professor X, and also when I finally ran into the real definition of the what I saw, it was the revolutionary X. It was the sign of a revolutionary. Thinking about this, and when I gave my life to God on that altar, and when I will tell you I was shouting at the top of my lungs that God, my soul is yours. He sent me the sign, and I asked, who was I? And the sign said a revolutionary. And hopefully, if the YouTube channel followers can follow me, I'll tell y'all a little more of my story as what I saw it in the future. Some of the things that I saw in the future. It's different, and a couple weird things that I'll never forget. And people were telling me about my adventures in my life before I even lived it. So I had no clue of who I really was. But now that everything is falling into place, I see about their predictions. I want to say people's predictions, but they knew who I was. So I had lived that life already, yet I hadn't lived it. And this is the part that I want to prove to uh, people, because no documented time travel had ever been um, really believed. And I want to tell y'all about my few of my predictions in the future. Not really who about anything else, but who I will become, what I'm doing, and it's going to be an adventure to try to stay with me on this. But I appreciate your time, and this is my introduction to my YouTube channel. Check me out on my next YouTube video. I will be posting soon. Um, this is going to be the story of how I got the name Golden Blood, or what I found out about Golden Blood, and some of the things in the future about the real problems the world will be facing. And if you believe in me and if you believe in this channel, then hit the subscribe button, and I think you'll be very interested into the things that I have to say, because I can't even make this shit up. I appreciate your time. Thank you.